Hi you guys, this is Allison hanging out in my space to craft, and I just finished a 2-page layout. It actually goes this way, Western themed, along with part of my rodeo series, and I'm struggling a little. This is what I have left. I have this piece of red. I have the burlap that I did not use. I still have the Kiwi Lane templates sitting out on my desk and the die cut that says Howdy. I don't have a huge, this is not big enough for much of anything. This one's okay, but just the brown and green playing together just doesn't look great. So I'm struggling. I went ahead and made a cream-based note card. I also had this paper sitting out on my desk from when I cleaned my standing desk behind me, and it's pretty close to this color. So I was thinking, okay, well maybe I can. So I cut this down, and maybe I can just do the Howdy out of that and have that on here with something. Don't know what. These are sitting on my desk. I made them probably sometime during COVID. Just some handmade rosettes. And that's actually coordinates a little bit, so I'm okay with that. I don't know if I want to really say Howdy. It might work if I use the rosette. The other thing I thought is this is the back side of this paper, and maybe I use these chevron templates that I have sitting out to make some chevrons to sort of go across. But this is definitely not Western. It's more, I don't know, modern, funky, something. So I might just play around. I also had this, which is more Western, but it's also polka dots. So I don't know how polka dots on polka dots look. I don't love it. So I'm a little bit on the struggle bus, you guys. Not sure what to do. So I'm just going to play around. I am going to make some chevrons. I'm going to see how those look. I am going to cut a Howdy out of this cardstock. And I'm going to see if just the Howdy and this look okay. Maybe I add the chevrons to it. We shall see. I do also have this smaller strip, so maybe I can play around with it a little bit more. But see, I don't love that with that paper, so. Hody hum. All right, well, as you can tell, I was getting a little, I guess, frustrated or just not inspired. There's just a short period here where I've sped things up because I ended up doing quite a few things off camera as well. But, and I had to cut this Howdy twice because it didn't cut all the way through the first time, so I had to add a shim. So, but as you can tell, you can't really see it well, so I'm still trying to figure things out. I'm going to use my Kiwi Lane templates to make some chevrons, and those end up coming together in the end. So stick with me. It does come together, but at this point I really wasn't sure where I was going with things. So I hand cut one chevron. I end up with 2 of these, and then one in the reddish burgundy paper. And then I'm also going to go off and make a shadow, I say a shadow, out of that cream material as well, for behind the Howdy. So here I go off and do that. And then I'm about to go back into real time for the rest of the video. Okay, you guys, I'm back, and I I basically just had a play. So let me get rid of all these little tiny scraps. So I used my Kiwi Lane template, made some chevrons, and inked them. Did this, assembled this, inked it, and just played around with it. And I think that is kind of a decent masculine card. So let's assemble. I'm gonna do these in a minute. I'm gonna move this down closer to me so I can see it. And yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and use glue. So I want to make sure everything's spaced well. These are going to go flat. So it's about 1/4 of an inch from this side. And this will go in the middle of them. And then before I put these on here, I'm going to glue this down to my card base, just so I can apply some pressure. Make sure it gets even. All right, and then the Howdy's going to go here, and I have put that on some Scotty tape. And this, I think I better use some, let's see what I have. I think I have some large, I do, some extra large glue dots, and I think that is the right answer for these. Very dimensional, because this is a button brad, so it's an actual button with brad prongs on the back of it. All right, so then what finishing touch do we want or need on there? Because if it's a masculine card, they don't really care about the glitter. All right. So, not exactly from all my scraps, but I did use, this was scraps. This was sitting on my desk as part of the rodeo, and this was a different scrap sitting on my desk, just not from the page. Thanks a lot, you guys.